Look, the success of your retirement is not about your assets, it's about your income. Look, there are three sources of guaranteed lifetime income. Social Security, which I'll talk about at length. Wait, what is Social Security, by the way? It's a lifetime income annuity. Pension, what is a pension, by the way? It's a lifetime income annuity. And what math and science says, when you're short covering your basic expenses with guaranteed income from Social Security and pension, you need to go to an insurance company and buy a lifetime income annuity. These are mathematical, scientific, and economic facts. These are not opinions. See, Susie's got opinions, Dave's got opinions, but Tommy's got the facts. And the facts beat opinions 100% of the time. Now look, everybody thinks that retirement's so complicated. Do you know the more I study retirement, the simpler and simpler and simpler it gets? In fact, let me make each of your retirements as simple as I can. The ultimate success of each of your retirements is going to depend on your answers to my next two questions. And I'm not going to ask you how big your 401k is. Do you have a big investment account, or do you have a fancy house? No, because the success of your retirement is not about your assets. It is not about your assets. Now, this is a paradigm shift. Think about it. Your whole life, your clients' whole lives, they've been taught that their retirement is going to depend on this pile of money. And the bigger the pile of money, the better their retirement. That's not true. Your assets can be lost, they can be stolen, they can be swindled, they can be sued, they can be divorced, they can be decimated in a market crash. In fact, if you think about it, most of your assets are simply numbers on a piece of paper. Think about it. They're numbers on a piece of paper. And you realize for the rest of your life, there are only two things you will ever do with those numbers on that piece of paper. You are either going to spend that money or you're going to give that money. That's it. Think about it. You're either going to spend it or you're going to give it. You're either going to give it when you're alive or you're going to give it when you die. Because I got news for you. You don't get to take any of it with you. It's all staying down here. So when you really study the math and science behind a successful retirement, it comes down to this. Where in the entire world can I put my money where I can get the most amount of income that I can spend and 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 never run out? And what is the most efficient way for me to give money to others? And you know what you're going to find? The place in the entire world where you can get the most amount of income that you can spend and 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 never run out is going to be some form of an annuity. And the most efficient way to give money to others is going to be some form of life insurance. These are not opinions. These are mathematical, scientific, and economic facts. So the ultimate success of your retirement is going to depend on your answers to these two questions. Question number one, how much guaranteed lifetime income do you have? Do you notice I didn't ask you what was the return on your portfolio last year? Did you outperform the S&P 500? That will have very little to do with the success of your retirement. Far more important is how much guaranteed lifetime income do you have? And the second question, have you taken the key retirement risks off the table? And that's what I'm going to talk about this afternoon. I'm not going to get into this. But what I want you to understand is that there is no substitute for a life insurance policy. Think about it. There's no stock, there's no bond, there's no real estate investment trust on the day you die will spring up to be worth $5 million. Only life insurance can do that. There's no substitute for an annuity. There's no stock or bond or real estate investment trust that will guarantee you a paycheck every month for the rest of your life. Only an annuity can do that. These are products that cannot be substituted by other products in the marketplace. You got to understand that. We've got things that no other industry can do, and they're essential based on math and science to a successful retirement.